Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Really, for some reason, I already have a score set to 4 for NAIV. Thanks for tuning in, guys, for the GTL NA game between NAIV and Immortals. And yeah, Farron with me as usual. How are you, Farron? Are you excited?
Doing great.
Are you
That should
excited
be a
for
good match.
NA comp match?
Seen some good people on both sides.
It depends. I know NAIV's been struggling with numbers lately, but hopefully they'll have all their guys today because they did play DeFi with 6v7 for most games. And yeah, they didn't have enough. Then they had to play us.
A little unlucky there.
I see 5 from them on the Eve side. Hopefully, a couple more will join. That's all they need.
Yeah, and as long as they're decent, I mean, they got some good players. I mean, Chubb has the other experienced, so should be a good fight, regardless of who shows up. Teams Immortals will never have certain number of problems they always have. The whole team show up. Teams.
Okay, sorry. I just got a phone call. I'm back. What did I miss? Besides the 4 minutes
Nothing.
of silence.
You're still waiting. Patiently waiting.
Nate's already picked a tank. If I have to guess, it's Ghost Town. I think it's a Type 5. I've only seen him play 2 tanks. It's either Type or an I7. And I think it's the Type for this map.
Two trick pony?
Maybe. I guess he does play light tech at times.
Yeah.
But I guess that can be said for everyone. Most players stick to 1 or 2 tanks. Besides that, I should actually start the prediction. I didn't do that. Too distracted right now. So yeah, I don't know who banned what, but so this league, you earn points, and then you can earn points to ban and like ban tanks for the other team, and then ban some tanks for yourself, like both teams. Because like how you when you win attack you get 2 points. If you win defense you get 1 point, right? So you earn points. So long story short, um, I don't know what they banned, but looks like Knife banned Chieftain
Starting some
and
stipulations.
Chieftain and Bat for Immortals and Machine for both teams.
Mm.
So they got
I think
stuff.
those rules stay to the playoff tournament bracket, right?
No, you can use them anytime.
But can you get in the bracket though? Once that starts,
Say that again.
or is it use it for the bracket once that starts, or is it only
No,
for
you can use it for
the
both.
phase?
You can use it for both anytime.
I see.
Like there's one per phase, and then I think there's one uh throughout like the event or like the
I see.
finals. Yeah, something
See, I
like that.
see.
I didn't really pay attention.
Yeah, I don't think we've banned any tanks at all.
But I wish they would use game chat so I can see who's banning what map. We did tag them in one of the chats, but you have 2 more
Keeping it
tanks.
secret.
Yeah. Is Captain Wolf Hunter With Naive?
Well, I guess he hasn't been kicked yet, so
He is. I just saw their roster. I don't. Who is this guy? Yeah. Let's.
maybe he's a sub off the bench, maybe.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. They have the no pure light, Cuba, or box sound for.
Yeah, missed a couple of big names, but I don't know how
Yeah, they are on
often
the
any of
roster,
them
but
show up.
that is true. Sometimes you're just too busy with uh, with real life. Everyone's not free like you, Farron. So.
True. Living the doing nothing life, waiting for school to start again.
Yeah. So I mean, they are just under naive where you can see a bunch of tags. Noodle, Jacob, MVG, Mr. Fuzzy, Wolf Hunter, Toxic Blunt. I think they're still waiting for someone because we see. No, I think they're ready. You see the model that they've picked all their tanks. No premium. That means no Turan.
Tron and Valor's banned, you said?
Yeah, Valor, Bad are banned for Immortals.
Interesting.
Um, and machines are banned for.
Yeah, they are picking tanks.
Okay, so they've banned Chieftain, Valor, and Bad for both the for Immortals and machine for both.
Interesting. I don't think those will matter much for Ghost Town, but after Ghost Town, if they picked into like Proc or something, give them a
Mm-hmm.
pretty big advantage.
Depends. I mean, you can still play Super Conk.
Yeah, but if you're forced to play supers, you lose a lot of mobility.
You lose mobility, but to be honest, I still feel it's difficult to pen Super as compared to a Chieftain. Because Chieftain hatch is just too easy to pen. Whereas Super, even if it's like stationary, you might not hit the weak spot.
I don't know. I think that supers are on the way out.
Huh?
That's very. I think supers are kind of on the way out, except for very specific circumstances.
No, I still like Super. I know. I mean, they have that weakness on the turret ring, but Chieftain doesn't have that much armor either, right? Like he's it has the
I mean, does the
mobility.
super really have that much
Mobility,
armor?
huh?
Does the super really have that much armor? Mm,
Yeah, I would say it's
really?
the hats. I mean, I still think it
The
is.
turret sharp on the sides and the lower plate are just as weak as a chieftain.
Well, yeah, I was taking like Pitfall and the space armor around around the turret.
True.
But I mean, that's what I feel. But we don't really see Super that much for a reason, right?
Yeah, I think it's. I think most just prefer the flexibility of chieftains and powers.
Yeah, Valor definitely. Only one weak spot, and it you can only hit that weak spot if it's stationary.
Mm-hmm. And if it's using any gun depression, it's almost impossible to hit.
We should be on our way. Are they still waiting for someone? I really like when people use math chat, and I don't like when they start using DMs.
Start hacking all their communications.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're ready.
Let's see what they have. Yeah, as you said, right? Like, whoa, now this could be a little bit tricky here. I don't see any Type 5 from Immortals.
Trying something different.
Yeah. Oh, they're attacking though. That's why. But still, I'll go over
It's
Immortals
very
lineup here.
unusual.
Jackie, John Man, Super Kong, Darkness D57, Willows late I7, and Bottle 50B, and Tubbins in E4.
And then over on NAIV's side, Jacob and the Valor, MBG and the Valor, Chud and Fuzzy and Type 5s, Newton and Hunter Bs, and then Toxic and no Type 5s is certainly a deviation from their normal strat of play, but
To be honest, recently I don't think they used Type 5 on attack Immortal, like, you know, from recently when we have scrimmed them. They use it on
said heavy.
field
Yeah, I
side.
remember them using that, but
Maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm just. Regardless, okay, Nate's going straight up. Is he going to wait for someone? Is it a rush cap play? If they're going for cap, that's not going to work. They have double Type 5s. They don't need to do anything, and they're
Age is
playing into
deep is
NAIV.
getting a cat.
Yeah, they're playing into NAIV strat, two Type 5s. They're getting into position. Willow is also going for cap. Darkness and Archer, they're like pre-aimed if they have to push, but those two Type 5s, they don't really need to push anywhere. They have E4 watching the other side.
Yeah, the E4's holding a top. I think I'd rather have the Valor. Yeah, there you go. Here comes the Valor. A top side. But the E4 can help with the cap circle.
No, I think Type 5s are enough because then you'll like struggle with the positioning. I'm surprised that those I7 managed to pen the Type 5 twice. Plus that E4 can reliably pen super. The push is coming from the
True.
backside, like 250B that's going in pothole just by himself might get caught out here. The pothole, you have to be careful. Use your sixth sense, even if you're not seeing anything.
Yeah, he's a dangerous spot for both. I don't think either side has spotted each other yet.
Yeah.
Once one side gets spotted, it's going to be.
Yep, he got spotted. He took a shot.
He's.
Tubbins pushed forward though on this side. He pushed forward. I think they want to take the Type here. He has to pen their shot. Like both these I7s and E4 have.
We have a big brawl going down here.
It is.
It's.
Chud's down to one shot. No one really helped Chud here. And
Everyone's
E4
like upside.
Yeah.
Shoot. Chud lives though, because they chose to shoot the E4.
That goes down, yeah. HP even though. HP still even.
Caught across them. Type 5's gonna go down soon.
Yeah, Types is going forward. These Valors. They need to pen something. It's one shot, but still alive. Immortal, they haven't lost any tank. On the backside.
Yeah, and Immortal's 50B is still alive. I don't know how he's lived for this long.
Yeah. They basically did not connect the shots. Noodle 10 and Captain Wolf Hunter. They did not pen potholed. Which I guess then he did his job, right? Again, Noodle 10 missed two of his shots, only managed to pen him once. Now Wolf Hunter is going for pothole. He's reloaded. It's a little too late now since the entire Immortals team is still alive.
I think as soon as you spotted Pothole by himself, I would have committed in on that. You were pretty much Emerald was. Is it? Right, it's assigned to Immortals, right? Oh, they spotted 2 PDPs down south. That means it's a 67 up top.
Mm-hmm.
They pushed.
They did. I think. See, they had Valors. If they had like supers up there, it would have been better. Because Valor doesn't have like it's a 2-second difference between a super. Yeah. And yeah, I think NAIV was like in a decent spot, but they sent 2 tanks on the backside, which I think like Immortal saw them and just took the overmatch, as you said, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
Not a bad play, but needed to go pretty fast. As soon as it spotted him alone, it should be okay. Let's go kill him. Because you have more than enough clip to stone.
Yeah. Or the other thing is, I mean, if you have to send, you make sure that your other tanks are not so easy to jump because they were so close to where Immortals was that they just surrounded them.
Whereas if it either been safer or if they had enough time to clip pothole and then get into the fight, that might have. The 250B clips would have probably might have saved the game.
Maybe. But another thing was when they pushed the Type 5, there was just one Type 5, Chud. Like the other Type 5, E4 and 2 Valors were watching the other side, leaving Chud by himself. Like if they had 2 tanks there, it could have been different. Like if there was an E4, at least an E4 helping Chud, or maybe a Type 5 helping Chud, could have been different.
Or if the E4 was in the position behind, like on the other buildings, so he could have hit them coming in and been safer.
Yeah. Well, going over the score, Will is an I7. Still surprised how the I7 spent types the first time. Will is an I7 doing 300 damage, 2 kill. Pothole and 50 beat, 2800 damage. Spent all his shots, right? That's the difference, and a kill. Like, he should have died. There's no reason why he was alive.
Yeah, he should not have gotten 3K out of that.
Yeah, I mean, he did everything right? But I think it's more of the other 50Bs doing everything wrong. And he's just doing the best he can. Darkness in D7, 2300 damage. Heavens in E4, 2200 damage. Archer in Superconk, 1800 damage. Nade in I7, 1700 damage and a kill. Jack in Superconk, 1400 damage.
Over on the side, we have MVG in the Valor doing 2K. Fuzzy in the Type 5 doing 2K as well. Wolfhawk from 50B doing 1,700. Bud in the Type 5 doing 1,600. Toxic in the E4 doing 1 shot at 860. Noodleton 50B doing 2 shots at 800. And Jacob in the Valor doing 1 shot at damage.
Yeah, I think even the Valors, or maybe at least one Valor, could have done a little bit better there, as Immortals were pushing into them, so he had more opportunity to farm.
Yeah, he even swapped the Valor in E4 position. That was the E4 could have had more. Only getting 1 shot out of the E4 is unfortunate when they're pushing it to. I think you should be able to get 2 to 3.
Looks like we have another player for NAIV here. Caboose, he was in DeFi, if I'm not mistaken. He played against Immortals last week, or was that a week before? And now he's playing against them with NAIV.
Hot swap.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
I think you can switch all you want until the playoff tournament. I mean, not all you want, but I think you can switch up into the tournament bracket.
Models are ready. So is NAIV. No premium tanks.
One premium tank from Mortal side. Maybe they're bringing out Turon.
Do they though? QL. Okay. On NAIV side, we have Captain Wolf Hunter, Super Kong, Caboose, Chad, Mr. Fuzzy Type 5, Noodleton, MVG I7, and Toxic Blunt in E4.
And over on Mortal side, we have Bandit in the QL. We have Donovan in the VZ. Willis in the Super. Nate in Type 5. Pothold and Dope Kid in GBs. And then Hubbins in the E4. Pretty heavy lineup from NAIV side.
It is. I think they're. I don't know. Maybe they're going for rush cap, and with everyone else supporting, maybe they're. No, maybe they're another thing.
And heavy on the south side, maybe.
Yeah, they do have Devil I7, right? That kind of screams the A cap play, but then you can also use it to your advantage by not going to A cap at all.
Yeah, and Immortals is also playing pretty aggressive on this one line. Stacked up down here.
I think they're kind of ready to stop this J push. They have to be careful. With the 50B has to be careful because it's that brigade of Type 5s coming in, and that all the Type 5 needs to do is RBRT dope kits sideways. That's risky.
Or not. Stacking up at H1 is pretty dangerous.
Not advisable. Well, I guess if they can, once they kind of hold that push, they can always come in. However, if you're inside, then you can't really go out.
Yeah, I think we've punished tons of people who were sitting in H1 and then trying to leave to get hit tons. I mean, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, it can happen.
It's pretty dangerous. It's risky.
When you try to go back, yes, you can get punished if everyone's watching, because you do have to, like, anytime you have to cross in the open, you can get punished. So far, both teams are conserving their HP. They haven't lost any. And the 3 Type 5s up top, I think that was their plan, to kind of fake out that we're going to A. But then, okay, we're not going to A. Now, they have also left J line completely open, and Dope Kid Like if he managed
You
to
might be
get
able to
here,
peek down and get shots to Noodleton here.
he can. Noodleton's got a overpeak, and here's the first shot.
One.
Another shot. Okay, MBG's like, okay, I'll take one. Caboose took another shot from took a shot from Nate. However, they have also returned. You know, Pothole took a shot. Willis took a shot. It's okay so far. Mr. Fuzzy, did he get an E4 or did he?
I think it was a VZ shot.
I think it's a super and 50 shot him. He's down to 1600. No, it's super. He penned him again. They're struggling to kind of shoot super, but Billow's penning him reliably.
Looks like they're going to start the B cap.
I think they're going to the other
Maybe?
side, but a little bit a risky approach here, you know, going through the cap, telling everyone where we are going.
Shot's in a pretty isolated spot, but
yeah, he penned Nate, and Nate missed.
missed. Fuzzy can help him if we with 3 Type 5s driving through the middle of the map.
To be honest, I think they should have had one tank. Oh, I guess they have 4, and they're holding different angles, so I think they are fine here. Tubbins took a shot and bounced on Chud. Chud's making Type 5's armor work. Nate only had it for 38. Okay, Chud has all the RNG on his side, and then now they can actually, if these all types focus a guy, then they can take out a tank. You just have to be careful.
Yeah, triple types here, dropping the AG.
Oh, they're splashing both tanks. And Caboose missed. Yeah, Mr. Fuzzy has to be careful. He's one shot and he's being aggressive. He needs to be careful.
Yeah, it can't. If Fuzzy goes down here, you're really gonna be in trouble. I think he should.
Okay, but he also not only is he aggressive, he also missed the shots. So did Caboose. I think Judd's the only one
airballing here.
Yeah, Judd's the only one actually hitting his shots. And rotation coming from Immortals to push aside.
Shifting around, I mean, this group of 4 down here in the south, they're in a tough spot, I imagine. They could be in a tough spot in a second here.
Yeah, I can't really tell. Yeah, they kind of swapped tanks. They sent E4 to the other side, brought in 50 Bs. And Fuzzy goes down.
Hubbins found the shot on the...
Yeah, Fuzzy was playing very unsafe.
Although, if they... On the south side here, if they can get the QL out, Hubbins going in behind.
Yeah, Tubbins put a shot in Toxic. If they got the QL, they need to get VZ as well as Tubbins. Like 4 tanks pushing one tank and everyone's ignoring Tubbins. That is not good. Chet goes is down to 1 shot. He's out. Caboose still alive.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a wrap from here. They're too isolated from each other.
Yeah, they just ignore Tubbins. Like I get the point of taking out a tank, right? But you're sending 4 tanks. They're just pushing for Archer in a corner, and while Tubbins is right next to you.
I just drove across the open in front of him. I like the plan with rotating the Type 5s on, but I think the rest of the team should have accompanied them with it. I don't think you should have left them behind. It was a little too ambitious, or maybe they should have focused on the middle more rather than the flank.
Yeah, I think once they had
maybe tried to play more at F4, maybe.
Yeah, I think once they had suppressed the E4 and Type 5 away, maybe like a cap option was open because everyone's just
go for a B cap.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, you're right. Maybe a B cap because they had both sides of the cube control.
Yeah, I think a little bit of misplay I think in terms of penning shots by NAIV3 Type 5 didn't help either. So on NAIV side, i7 3600 by MVG, that's a decent respectable amount of damage by an i7. Chad in with this Type 5 2400 damage. Wolf 100 Super 1900 damage and a kill. Noodleton i7 1300 damage. Caboose with 1k damage, Toxic Blood in E4 with only 300 I guess when a kill. And Fuzzy really unfortunate with not being able to get more out of the Type 5 because in Ghost Town you expect a little bit more from a Type 5 because they do have the potential.
I think the Type 5s, well, maybe Fuzzy in particular bled a bit too much at that F4 corner, but then they decided to go to the other side where they had a lot more success. Maybe if they had made the decision a bit faster and saved more of Fuzzy's HP, They kind of fed their super willows and super conk a bit. He did do 4K in the super conk. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just eating up those Type 5s.
Yeah.
And the top of the 4 also doing 4K. Okay, the 50B doing 3K, and then the VZ doing 2,600. Audible the 50B doing 2,200. 8 in the Type 5 doing 1,600. Bandit, unfortunately, in the QL doing 0, getting stout.
He only got to fire once. Maybe he got disconnected. Did he get disconnected?
No, he got pushed pretty hard. Because the 4 people on the south side all
Mm-hmm.
piled on him.
The next map. Both
For the
maps are,
mines.
yeah, it's a pretty small map. Mines. Um,
I think I would have picked Proc for banning Chevys and the bad chats particular. But
that is true. I don't know whose map it is. Like, uh,
oh, true. Could have been.
either
Well, I
team
guess
is
it's a,
a.
if it, yeah, well, then it's a weird pick of night ghost town where their bans aren't really that impactful besides the bad chat.
I think I feel Naive had the tanks advantage, but rotation was a little bit off there.
Yeah, they were up on HP for both rounds at some point.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of fumbled the positioning because the Morals, even though they were down in HP, right, they had a better positioning to be able to take advantage of the situation better.
And for those
He did
who,
a bit better cover on their tanks, maybe.
mm-hmm. Yeah, there was like a empty space between the two sides, right? They had Type 5s on one side, isolated from the other four tanks. Also, if anyone's curious, I thought we are getting some fixes in the next update, and Max Chaos confirmed today we are not getting any fixes in the next update for Spectator Hut. So that's
Still can't see the
sad.
time, unfortunately.
That's sad. Maybe if you don't break anything, that's a win. You know, because last time we just broke, so took out the timer.
And we lose something every update. One step forward, 2 steps back.
Well, that is the life of development. You know, you always break something when you release the next
True.
patch.
True.
But yeah, let's hope we don't lose anything. Because
Well, we are
remember
getting
that
arty changes, at
rem,
least. At
rem,
least we're getting arty changes.
that's yeah after a few couple weeks I think. But imagine you remember the time when we just lost the spot like tank indicators,
Lost everything.
or like
I was
we
like 10 steps backward.
yeah we had it for like a month or two, and then we lost it for 5 months. I just don't understand how that can happen. But
New priorities on it, I suppose, for a long time. It's something that should be relatively easy to fix.
I saw two premium tanks from PE or Naive. On Knife side, we have Chud, Mr. Fuzzy and VZ, Jacob Valor, Noodles and Captain Wolf under MBD and CS, and Caboose and Taran.
And over on Immortal side, we have John and Nate and Tubbins on VZs, Willows in the I7, and then Darkness, Jackson, and Pothold on CSs.
It's a battle of
Know where
CS.
they're
Both
going.
it's a battle of CS and VZ. Who plays better?
Tehran on TAC is interesting.
It can play A4, right? I think maybe they're like sending all their CS to the one lane, and that's what it looks like. And on the other side, Immortal is sending their CS around. Looking at the initial positioning, I think that's not the very advantageous for Immortals.
Dominant takes some fall damage there. Bad driving.
Lost under 50.
But
But that's okay. Yeah, they managed. They'll take the hill for free, but Tubbins might get punished. Like Jacob's not spotting this hill cross. He should have been. I think they were already
yeah,
ready for
then
the punish on the other side, but Jacob now took a shot from those CS, the wide side.
I don't think I've seen a Mines game quite like this, where they put CSs in C9, and we have this is very counter to what I thought.
Johnman took another shot. They have to be careful. So I think if the things stand, I don't like immortals are fine because there's nothing. I guess they can put a VZ on cap, and I think that's what Chud's doing.
Yeah,
And
I
they
think
only
that's
need
what
they
you
only
should
need
do.
one though. They only need one. Another one needs to help Jake here because those three CS can easily push Jake. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, I mean the Tron and the Valor have a cross, but
Yeah, it's not gonna
still
last
not
that
enough.
much.
I think what
But
if we put one VZ over on the one line,
Tubbins took
or
a
you can
shot
kind of
from
cover both.
yeah, Tubbins took a top shot from Taran. But I think they want double cap pressure to make force Immortals to play something. But Fuzzy's not even on the cap. Oh, he's going back. As we were saying, Immortals are pushing
It's
around.
probably too late though.
Yeah, it's late now. He had to be there. Jacob's retreating. Nate got tracked. I don't know what happened. And Taran just
Tron's
instantly
gonna go
lost all
down, I
his HP.
suppose.
CS are coming in. And that's what happened, right? They were capping, but they needed more tanks to cap. And
CSs just aren't involved in the game. They're not really helping out.
yeah. Because they ignored that side, they pushed around the backside, and not to mention, Turan also left the spot. Uh,
Yeah, I think you could have been safe back there, even behind the bushes. Like, he has enough
yeah,
ammo.
there's a rock and stuff. He didn't need to just send it in. CS are now around, and Mr. Fuzzy will go down next. Meanwhile,
I don't
9
think you needed
CS are,
three
yeah.
CSs down on the island. I think you could have left one there and sent two back.
But since Model were on the top side, they couldn't really send them back. They would have got farmed. Or maybe they stopped coming back when they were pushing
I
around.
think you could have made it. I think you could have made it out.
No, you're getting perma spotted, right? Like, but Bill was there, he's spotting everyone. If you think you can, it's twice as risky to go back up as it is to go forward the first time.
Oh, I think you have to though. I mean, it's staying back here, you're not doing anything useful. You need to get back over heavy. So
That is true to prevent this.
well, you take a hit from an IS-7 maybe. I mean, it's not like all three of the heavies were looking at the cross. Take one hit to cross back. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So you need at least, the weak link was 100% big out. There's no one else really mortals can push. So if you just know that, well then everyone's staring at him.
I think they needed like maybe if they had one medium around here and VZ with the Valor and Turan not
We have
moving out.
three on the island. It's just somewhere watching it.
Maybe E4 would have been a better choice, right? For like what Turan was supposed to do. If you're kind of setting up a punish, E4 could have done that job way better, and I think Turan missed the shot. E4 could have penned.
Yeah, maybe Tron being able to stick Hammond up there, and maybe you can if you play it. But I think it's tough to keep unspotted.
Yeah. So
even if you play the bush as well.
Because every time you fire, you will get spotted. Noodleton in CS 7 out of 8, so he did manage to get some damage at 2500 damage. MVZ in CS 2200 damage. Mr. Fuzzy in VZ 2k damage. $10 shots. Caboose in Turan 1700. Chad in VZ 1700. Captain Wolf in CS 1200, and Jacob got pushed. Unfortunately, no damage for him.
No more on Immortal side. We have Poddle in the CS doing 2,800. EG in the CS doing 2,500. Nate in the VZ doing 1,000, 2,400. Jackson in the CS doing 2,000. Donna in the VZ doing 2,000. Willows in the I7 doing 1,800. And Tubbins in the VZ doing 800. I think if NAIV just covered their Ballard better, honestly, I think they would have been in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I think that's been like a little bit of an issue for NAIV, right? Even if they put like more tanks on the cap, right? Like the VZ came to the cap and then went back and like basically ended up in the cross.
It seems like a bit positioning issue over on NAIV side, where if it's really like the right idea, it's just the execution of it was not quite on.
Yeah, but that applies to every team. Everyone has an idea, but it just more often
Yeah,
than
but the
not.
idea is good here. I mean, I
Yeah.
think
Mm-hmm.
they got what they wanted. It's just after they got what they wanted, they didn't know what to do.
NAIV is ready. They have picked all their tanks. They are down 3-0.
Need a big comeback here. And Rick Mortals is ready as well.
Models on attack. You have Nate, Dope Kid, and BZ Willows Super. Cabins 50B, Darkness, Jackie, and Pahol in CS.
And over on the naive side, we got Fuzzy in the VZ, Jacob in the Super Hunk, Hunter Valor. You're also bringing out the Rhino, MVG in the 6GP, Chud in the 907, Caboose in the E4.
Now that's some flamboyant lineup here, you know. 907, Rhino, 60p.
It's like hope has run out for them, and they're deciding to have fun with the last one.
Well, who knows? Maybe it's Are they just sending it? The 3 CS from
special plan to 907.
Yeah, the 3 CS from models are pushing one line. So now they just have to go forward. Like, you can't just sit there. That missed the shot. They need to just kill all these.
Rhino's going up. The Rhino, ooh, maybe Rhino's making a decision.
He's not loaded yet. Oh, maybe he is.
Chud's gonna
die. He lost all his health and is dead now.
Dead. You don't think he did make it though?
He made it, but what is he gonna do? Like, Nate is still 1200. How is he
They need
not
to
dead?
kill Nate. Nate is still alive. He's still kicking.
They need to kill
somebody.
everyone.
Somebody kill him.
Okay, he's dead
Somebody,
now.
please.
Noodleton is reloading. They lost 2 tanks though. And MBZ is getting farmed.
Yeah, they fed the 3 CS, just ate them up.
Oh, yep, Super Kong Jacob died to CS as well. They got Dope Kit, they got Tubbins, they can get Willows as well. I just don't know who's up on HP.
He might go down.
Caboose shot E4, yeah. They have, if they can kill Conqueror before the CS get here, they can win.
Ah, they might be able to actually, because look at the CS are being a little slow about it. E4 pens.
Oh,
He's gonna find shots in a second.
Mr. Fuzzy just gave up his tank. He just pushed it in the open and will die now. I don't see him.
I mean, he's only 400 HP though. He's not the valuable one. I mean.
Well, then who is? E4 has 100.
Never mind. I don't think.
Noodle, yeah, Rhino is in position, fully loaded. The most OP tank statistically does not need any buff. Okay.
It's getting eaten up with it.
I mean, this was the closest game they had, right? I think if that hadn't died, and like the 2 other tanks that just got farmed by CS, it could have been different.
Yeah, the Valor and the Rhino shouldn't have gone up the hill. They should have just gone over the hill. Just pushed into the 74.
Yeah, you know, and you are right. Like those CS, like from model side, they came back and was able to support that super. NAIV CS could have done the same thing. Like they don't have to cross all the way, but once they saw where they are, they're like pushing, right? They can come close enough. Where when they commit for Valor, they can just farm them for free.
I'll still alive in his little cubby.
I think it's down to MVD. MVD will be the hero here with his 60 TP.
Possibly. Or 4k HP difference.
But the models are the one that have to cap. There's a lot of time left, so they can, I guess, just do kill all. Mr. Fuzzy took a shot.
Yeah, probably gonna go down here, I imagine.
Yeah, that E4 had a decent amount of HP, but when he went to kill Willows, all the CS just penned him.
Yeah, it drove a bit too far forward.
Yeah, the 60. I get E4 is using a dead tank. 60 is here. Big anti-bouncy as
60.
well. That's the life of 60 TP.
Yep, that's the enemy.
I mean, darkness full, pothole is full.
No hope here.
I think this will go to Immortals. Yes, yeah, these are both teams, and congrats with Immortals. Going over score. Darkness and CS4 kills, 3600 damage. Billows and Conk, 3200 damage, 750B. 3k damage. Like, he was 50B up front. He should not be able to do that much damage. Pothole in CS, 2200 damage. Nate in VZ, 1600 damage. Dope Kid in VZ, 1k. Jax in CS, 700. Yeah, even Nate shouldn't have been able to reload it twice,
Yeah,
since you have so
they
many
got
tanks.
they got 2 clips out, and Pothole got 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, sorry, 1.5. Then over on A side, we have Caboose and E4 doing 3,400. Wasn't VZ doing 2,800. You know, Rhino doing 2,200. MVG in the 6GP doing 1,700. Hunter Val doing one shot at 430. Jacob and Valor or Conqueror, sorry, doing 400 damage. One shot as well. And Chud in the 907, unfortunately.
Yeah, if those Valorant Super Kong just pushed forward, it would have been fine. They went up and got farmed by CS.
Yeah, Valor and even the Rhino lost a couple shots at HP. I think if they all just go through. I mean, because Chud spotted the PS
Mm-hmm.
cross and you knew
Mm-hmm.
there they
Mm-hmm.
were.
Mm-hmm. I think they didn't know that they can get shot.
At that point, you really only have one option. You just have takes a 74 or whatever it's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that is for the game today. It was very one-sided. But yeah, these are both teams. Progressive models. Thanks for joining, Farron. And
Mm-hmm.
we will stream some games later. Thanks for joining, guys. Actually, we do draw the giveaway now before we close the stream. ForceFed is the winner. So ForceFed, DM your gamer tag, and you'll get it by Friday. Thanks for watching, guys, and that is it for now.